Alright, now I am going to break the bead on this tire. I think I got enough air in my compressor. Gonna line it up. You don't want to get too close to the rim because it's gonna move in as it angles, and you don't want to put a big ass dent in your rim. This is how close it was still, but I didn't actually catch the bead there. There we go. That thing is on there. I'm gonna have to get a little closer. There we go. Okay, gonna get my sponge. I'll put a little water on it, a little soap so it doesn't reset. Don't want to stick your fingers in there while you're doing that like I just did. Bad idea. Won't have any left. Alright, break that into the bead. It already came apart with the other end, and it usually does. Gonna flip it around. Break this side. Oh, I'm going too quick. Come on. There we go. Break that into the bead. Wet it a little bit so it doesn't reseal. Which it shouldn't, but it has before and it's annoying, so I just try to avoid it. See, that end's already broken too from doing the other end. Now we're going to set it. I'm not sure why that's so crooked. Let me straighten that up. Okay, now we are going to get the tire up here and secure it. I'll go ahead and do one of them. Use the foot controls. Another one planted in. You just kind of aim it in from there. Get everything lined up. And you're good. You can see they're all secure. It's actually holding the tire off the rim. So now what we're going to do is use the tire machine to roll the tire off of the rim, which is the point of the tire machine. Sometimes it's good to use some plastic or something sticking here so you don't scratch your rim up, but these were kind of scratched up when I got them, so I'm not going to worry about it. If I was working on someone else's bike, I would be a little more precautious. But if I screw my own stuff up, it's my own fault. Gonna hook the tire iron or rod, whatever you want to call it, under the bead, and as you pull, you can push down some here, and it gives you more room to work with because the bead sits in this dip in the rim. So you can see now I'm just gonna pop it right up. Don't want to hit the rotor like that. That's actually why I have tape here. Spin it around. Just going to pull the bead right off of the wheel. Looks really easy. So much easier than doing it manually. So there we go. I'm going to do the same thing for the bottom bead. You just don't pop yourself in the eye with it. I've done that before too. You learn from your mistakes, right? Like that. So I'm just going to get the bead right there. Just pop it up over. You can see there. I'm just popping it right up over the head of the tire machine. We're going to spin it. There you go. Spin it all the way around and tire's off. Easy as that. So the other tire is going to go back on. On the sport bikes, on the R6, you can tell which way the rim goes. Some of them you can't. This one, the R6 also has a little arrow here. So you're going to want to make sure the front tire is going the right way when you put it on, because the R6 rim only is supposed to turn one way. Going to flip it over the arrow on the tire here. You're going to line that up, and you're good to go. Going to get the sponge, get some of the soap, dishwashing detergent and water, get it real nice and wet and slick. How many people laughed at that? There we go, get it nice and lubed up. Got the soap all over my hand. Gonna use the same height. Alright. Gonna put the bead under the front head and over the spoon here, which is going to push it down onto the rim. And we're going to turn it. I'm too lubed up. It went right over. Sometimes it's good to use tire iron when getting the, just pop it down over like that. Makes it a little easier. But you're going to want this part under and this part over the lip, same as when you're putting it on for the first speed. This way, when you do it this time, you're going to have to put some pressure here. You're going to have to push down here and pull up here on most tires. So when you spin it, it'll keep it from popping back up. And once you get about this far, sometimes you're going to have to put a lot of pressure here depending on the tire. These are pretty stiff, so I'm going to have to push down on it pretty good to get it to go on. And there we go, it popped right on. Simple as that. It makes it look a little easy. My first few times doing it was a pain in the ass. And it took me some time to get used to it, but once you get used to it, it just makes putting the tires on so much easier. Alright, I just put a little soapy water on here. You get my sponge, and so what we're going to do is push this down in the little space in the rim. Try to get some more room to work with over here. So I'm just going to try to get my tire iron down under the tire, right there, and then pull it over this so I can push around here to loosen it up on this side. And I'm just going to pull it right up over that, like that, give it a little spin. And that is pretty much what I have to do, and then the tire machine takes over. As you can see, I'm going to spin it. It goes down to spin it clockwise, and it just pulls the tire right off for me. Instead of having to put multiple tire irons all over and doing it manually. I'm going to take it and get the bottom piece in here. Use the same piece of the tire machine. I'm going to go under the lip. If you can see, probably not. I'm under the lip of the tire. I'm going to pop it over, give it a spin, and coming right off. So that is all there is to removing the tire with the tire machine. So that tire's off. I'm going to get this tire on. You're going to want to make sure it's going the right way. Sprocket's on this side. Tire's sitting this way. Wheel spins this way. There's an arrow on the tire. You're going to want the arrow going the same way. So we match it up. It's going to be going this way. We're going to put the tire on just like this. First thing, I'm going to get my dishwashing liquid and water, and I'm really going to liberally lube the tire up. A little sudsy. I probably should have put more water inside and out, because there's going to be some stuff pushing against the inside, and the more you get it slick with the dishwashing liquid, the easier it's going to be to put this tire on. I don't know exactly how thick the sidewalls are on the Q3. Haven't used one yet, but we are gonna try it. It goes like that. It's gonna go this part of the arm here is to push the tire down. It's gonna be under this, so the sidewall is gonna go over that, under that. Hopefully we can get it all on. You're going to want to keep a little pressure on this side sometimes. That's the easiest part. The first one. Here we go. I'll spin that around. And I screwed up. Going to want to put some force down here. I don't know why I put so much damn soap in there. Put some force down here, which is going to pull it up here. And as you spin it, it's going to work the tire on. Now you're going to get some resistance that should pop it right on. You don't want to let it fly up over here. This is the hardest part of putting it on, I think. But there we go. Put it right on. Looks like the Q3 is going pretty easy. And the thing about the soap and water, this will all dry up. So the soap, the suds, the water, it'll dry up, it'll go away eventually. It might leave some white residue, but I've never seen it, but I've heard people put grease and oil on there, and then they go gas their bike, and the rim spins inside of the tire, and they don't go anywhere. Now that would be hilarious. I really need to search YouTube for that to see if I can find it. But not something you want to do. So we're done with this one. All we got to do is air it up. Here we go. And now. Okay. Now. All right, there we go. Both of them at once. That is how you set a bead.